designed on re-engineering, copying, and most of your critical equipment is still from the OEM. What kind of a manufacturer are you? It's like I don't buy the car from a Toyota dealer. I go to a person in Jama Masjid and he assembles a car and puts puts a Toyota as a label and it sells. Tell me which mission critical equipment has China ever based? Forget aircraft, sir. Has China been able to make a reliable car which is sold across the world? Japanese cars, American cars, Korean cars, even the Indian cars are a phenomenal success. We sell across the world. Is even a Chinese car available? I used to live in Singapore and that point of time they got a quad but Gilly. Everybody in Singapore was excited. It was pretty cheap. But in 6 months to 1 year, all these cars were taken off the road because they were a safety hazard. They simply got junked. So when you, as a country, you cannot make a reliable car, forget about aircraft. Imagine Udayan aircraft. You are 38,000 feet in the sky. It is not a modem which can reboot. Can you reboot your aircraft? Can you reboot your software at 38,000 up in the air? It's not possible. When you look at the aircraft, there are three components of mission critical thing. First is, where is the technology, right? Do you have a time-tested machine? Which of the Chinese machines is time-tested and has worked across the world? None. Secondly, what is the continuity of the business? If I buy the aircraft from you, what about service and spares tomorrow? I don't know. And as far as these numbers are concerned, 64%, what General Asthana rightly said, goes to Pakistan. And Pakistan does not pay the money. It's a barter trade. They only say Pakistan has bought this much of aircraft from China. In fact, they give them 10 more rights of border port. They mortgage one more airfield to them. They give them few mines more. So Pakistan doesn't pay the money. North Korea doesn't pay the money, except Pakistan, North Korea, and some South African countries. Who has ever bought a Chinese hardware? Chinese hardware is not reliable. It's a copy of this. And I'll give you an example. Look, we made an aircraft called Tejas, right? Nirmala Sitharaman as defense minister, our air chief marshals, Rajnath Singh as defense minister, even your colleagues have been on Tejas and we flaunt it. Now on a Chinese J-10, how many members of CCP have been there? Has a Chinese general ever got into a cockpit of a J-10? Has a Pakistani Qureshi, Bajwa, Niazi got into that? Because they know it's not reliable. You can get a Chinese toy, if a monkey beats a drum, it doesn't work, you throw it in the dustbin. But imagine this thing happens to 38,000 up there. God save you, there is no saving grace. Who would like to buy a flying coffin from China? I call them flying coffins. Because where is the reliability, sir? If you're copying the technology, the biggest chink in the armor is reliability, and these machines have zero error. An aircraft at 38,000 feet at Mach 3, the error possibility has to be zero. And with Chinese technology, if somebody thinks, believes, or hallucinates, I get a zero error machine, it does not exist. That is why nobody is befooled to go and pay Chinese the money. If you want to have an aircraft like Pakistan for novelty value, you want to park them in your aircraft and have some pictures, and Chinese aircrafts are good enough. Rather buy some junk. Recently, Indian Air Force auctioned some of the junk. You could have bought them, painted them, and kept them there. Beyond novelty value, Chinese aircrafts are good for nothing, and the world realizes it. The world realizes goddamn well. Why do I buy a Chinese aircraft? Where is the reliability, which is a time-tested machine? Where on earth has it proved itself? Numbers indicate 7.2 billion, 6.64% to Pakistan. End of story. Kahani khatam. Rest is all history, sir.
Okay. Wing Commander Sudhakaran, let me quickly bring you in here. Wing Commander Sudhakaran, no takers for made in China fighter jets, weapons exports also of China.